Hello and welcome back to another World War II Dragon figure review. This time we have another paratrooper, but he's American. And as you can see, it's Garrett White, 17th Airborne bar gunner from Operation Varsity, so the airborne invasion of Germany. Wesel 1945, the place that he dropped. As you can see, the year made is 2004. So he's 15 years old now, and he's part of the Road to Victory series. So here is his box and everything. That is where his one of his, I think it's insignia or something was. But everything is present. It's just a couple of things have sort of slipped down. Everything is present though. This figure's mint. I generally only like to get my figures mint. Sometimes I'll bite the bullet and get them, but no, this one is one I've been looking for a while. Garrett White has always been a highly sought after figure. So yeah, I'm really happy I got him. He only cost me, I think, 60 overall, which is cheap. Normally he goes for like 80 plus a lot of the time. But yeah, so as you can see, has 2 smoke grenades, his straps and tunic, his shovel, that's the airborne version which you can fold down and pop into the case there for the shovel, his backpack, his BAR webbing and magazine pouches. Then you have the figure itself, of course, then his helmet with netting and the paratrooper like chin strap. You have the first aid pouch to wrap on the helmet, his insignias, so the American flag along with his unit's insignia. Then you have his water canteen with its cover. Then you have knife and scabbard, and then you have the bar gun itself with a few magazines, as you can see. And also, so I'll just get him out. So he's quite a rare figure. You don't see him too much. He's not impossible to find, but he isn't particularly common. And when you do find him, he's expensive. He's a very sought after one because despite the year he was made, he is really high quality. And also comes with, like Dan Summers, another paratrooper, he comes with a lovely little stand that has grass patches and some dirt, and also his own little stand to put himself up against. And then little plaque style thing saying 17th Airborne bar gunner, Operation Varsity, Wesel 1945. So that's lovely. You can sort of pop that wherever as a display piece, and that looks excellent. I have one exactly like that for Dan Summers, which I think is just a lovely addition. It's not necessary, but it just adds to it. It just looks great on display as well. I'm surprised. I would have loved if they'd done it more, but I understand why they did it for specific figures, certain figures. Make them just that little bit more special. The novelty would have worn off if they did it for all of them, of course. And also it's obviously expenses that they didn't need if they were adding them into every figure. But yeah, here's the figure himself. So he has just the usual undershirt, the late war American paratrooper uniform, so the darker green, as opposed to the Normandy, which is like a lighter colour, more browny kind of tan colour. So you have his jump trousers and jump boots, with the tabs that tie around the leg, of course. So yeah, there is boots that are the plastic sorts. They're a little bit bendy. They're not too solid actually, to be fair, so they're not going to be too hard to get on. His helmet, which as you can see has got netting all around, and then you've got the little first aid pouch that tie through the mesh. And then you have his weapon, the bar, or bar, however you want to say it. But there it is. So you have this little bipod, of course, and the magazines all come out, and the little bolt moves forward and back. So nicely articulated, good strap as well. It's a much more updated strap, which is better than just like the elastic that comes with the other ones. So that's a nice feature. Yeah, just his usual equipment, and then, like I say, just his tunic and everything. So not too hard. Obviously, with airborne straps, you have those little metal clips on the ends of the straps that just clip through the little holes on the belt. So nothing too hard, nothing too complicated. So yeah, here's Garrett White again, and I'll show you guys what he looks like when he's all done up. Right, so here is Garrett White all done up and all made. So here, as you can see, just like Dan Summers, another airborne figure, but from the Normandy campaign, and also made off Dick Winters, he has a little plaque like this as well. And as far as I'm aware, they are the two, one of the few, or yeah, I'll cover myself here and say they're one of the few, but as far as I know, the only two to come with this stand, this kind of stand. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I think it's only those two. But yeah, so he sits on it nicely. I'll just show you the actual stand itself. So it comes in the back of the box. So as you can see, it says there 17th Airborne Bar Gunner, Operation Varsity, Vasel 1945. And it has sort of like mud and grass. Quite nice, really nice there. And then a little stand for him to sort of rest against, so he doesn't fall down or anything. Even though, as you can see, the figure stands up perfectly by itself. So one of those where it's a very stable figure. The boots and everything mean it doesn't wobble, nothing like that. All perfect. So I've got to say, this is possibly my favourite airborne figure now, American Airborne. He looks phenomenal. And considering he's a 2004 figure, he really doesn't look like it. Just the quality of the equipment, the quality of the head sculpt, everything, the gear, it all just looks fantastic. It really does. Like the material and everything, even down to like the little strap, the jump straps that they'd have to go around their chin there. I like that it sort of just dangles. He holds the, as you can see, I'm getting him to pose holding the bar by its handle, which is pretty nice. I like that. You got the little straps for the knife for him to have it down by his boot like the paratroopers did. Then you've got the little straps along here to tighten them up, the trousers, which looks great. Then the All-American flag there, where you get a little pin just to do him up for his armband. You've got his shovel in its case, which looks great. And the more recent model of the webbing and everything. And got a few of his magazines in the pouches. Got his smoke grenades attached to his webbing. Then you've got his other piece of insignia here, his division there, as you can see. Then his water canteen just back there, and that's all metal, of course. And then his backpack, which you can have also down to hang off down his side here if you want. There is a little strap that I've popped away in there for safekeeping. And in the pictures with the figure, with Dragon's advertising, they have the bag hanging off him there, so you can use that. You can have it like that. It's up to you, to your own discretion, really, to have whatever you have it styled however you like. I personally love like little backpacks like that. I love the airborne backpacks. They always look great. And then of course got his little first aid pouch attached to his helmet. You can also have it attached like elsewhere on like the webbing. But yeah, he holds the bar really well. Obviously, given the hand shape, it's the generic hand shape like model. So yeah, he holds the bar really well. Overall, I mean, considering that he's quite rare, but he is also quite expensive. But if you can get him, definitely get him. And I say wouldn't pay over 100. That is a lot. That is excessive for him. I got him for 55 all in, so not bad at all. Yeah. So if you can get him, definitely recommend. Biting the bullet might be worth it. Just don't spend too much, because I'd never recommend spending over the odds. I don't like doing it. I always look to get a good deal with my figures. But with this one, it's a little bit more expensive than some of my others, but not too excessive. But he's well worth the price. He is excellent. And like I say, out of my collection of 150 odd figures, probably a lot more than that now, he is up there. Definitely up in the top 10, top 5 maybe. He's excellent. And out of my Airborne, American-wise, he's probably my favourite. So, yeah, that's Garrett White. I'll just pop him back on his stand. There we go. So, yep, I'll give you one last little look at him. So, yeah, that's that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.